Hey guys, so welcome to my live stream, and as you can see, my name is. Okay, guys, something's happening. I'm sorry about that. Some technical difficulties I had. I'm sorry about that. But yeah. So once again, guys, welcome, and as you can see right here, my name is Juan, and I am the host. Right now, they are on the field to sing the national anthems. So first, the national anthem of South Korea. And now, the national anthem of Mexico. Mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero apesta de bidón. Y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Siño patria, tus sienes de oliva, de la paz el ángel divino, que en el cielo tu eterno destino por el dedo de Dios se escribió. Mas si osare un extraño enemigo profanar con su planta tu suelo, pensó patria querida que el cielo un soldado en cada hijo te dio. Un soldado en cada hijo te dio. Mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero apesta de hervidón. Y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. ¡Woohoo! So yeah, so as they always do, they are right now going for a short ad break. But yeah, so if y'all are just coming in, welcome, and comment on below. What's your prediction for this match? I'll say mine more later toward the end of the match or at the end of the match. Not because I'm going to change it. I mean, I've had my prediction weeks before this World Cup started, but that's just when I want to say it. And so, if y'all have not watched one of my previous live streams, what I do is that I'll ask four trivia questions, and I'll ask them when there's time, such as such as dehydration breaks, or at halftime, or at the second half's hydration breaks. So the lineup for Mexico is Raúl Rangel, Jesus Gallardo, Johan Vasquez, Edson Alvarez, Jorge Sánchez, Eric Lira, Brian Gutierrez, Luis Romo, Julian Quiñones, Raúl Jiménez, and Roberto Alvarado. And the lineup for South Korea is Kim Seung-ji, Lee Ki-hook, Kim Min-jae, Lee Hang-beom, Kim Moon-hwan, Park Seung-ho, Hwang In-boem, Seol Young-woo, Lee Jae-sung, Human Sun, and Lee Kang-in. So I am very sorry if I mispronounced any of those names. And right now they are showing Javier Aguirre, which is the Mexican coach. And they are showing Hong Myung Bo, which is the South Korean coach. So, also, guys, share this live stream with your friends so that those who want to ask me questions about a past match or this match or a future match can ask me, and or if they just want to say, or if they just want to say a comment or something like that, or if they just want to see my live reaction. But share this live stream with your friends. And when South Korea has the ball, I will be sitting down. And as I've always said, I do not have anything against South Korea. It's just that I do it that way because I don't want to be standing the whole match. Come on, Mexico, I know that y'all can win this match. Vamos, México, sé de que sí pueden ganar este partido. And right now, South Korea are in possession. And they passed it back to their goalkeeper, who then does a long shot. And then a South Korean defender has the ball and passes it to a teammate. I think that long shot from the South Korean goalkeeper was offside. To the player it was passed to. Yeah, so now Mexico are in possession. So now Mexico are in possession, and a South Korean made the ball go out of bounds. So throw in for Mexico. Edson Alvarez, Jorge Sanchez, Brian Gutierrez, and the ball went out of bounds on South Korea once again, so throw in for Mexico. Talarangel, Johan Vasquez, and then he does a long ball, but then it goes to the South Korean goalkeeper, and then and now South Korea are in possession. And then we and then the shot goes to Roberto Alvarado. Who then the ball goes to Julian Quinones, but then the ball is stolen from him, and I think it was a foul. So free kick for so free kick for Mexico. E- Edson Alvarez, Johan Vasquez, Jorge Sanchez. Edson Alvarez does a header, and then a foul was committed on Luis Romo. So free kick for Mexico. And now a South Korean has a yellow card. Lee Kang-in, or that's at least how they show his name. But yeah, he is the person who got a yellow card. I think because of how bad the foul was on Luis Romo. But yeah, guys, so if y'all are just coming in, once again, comment down below what's your prediction for this match and share this live stream with your friends. And Jorge Sanchez to the ball, who's trying to get it, but the ball goes out of bounds. So goal kick for South Korea by the South Korean goalkeeper. Johan Vasquez gets to the ball, then gives it to Jorge Sanchez. Then to Luis Romo, Julian Quinones. And to Brian Gutierrez then was trying to do a pass to Raul Jimenez, but a South Korean intercepted that pass. And then they once again gave the ball away. Julian Quinones, Luis Romo, Roberto Alvarado with a good ball into the box, but it's intercepted once again by a South Korean. Edson Alvarez, e- Eric Lira, Luis Romo, Jesus Gallardo, Luis Romo. Then with a good pass to Raul Jimenez, but then it's intercepted by a South Korean. And then Roberto Alvarado tries to shoot, but it's given straight to the South Korean goalkeeper. So goal kick for South Korea. But then they gave the ball to Mexico. Luis Romo, Eric Lira, Brian Gutierrez, Jesus Gallardo, Julian Quiñones, and to Luis Romo, and to Brian Gutierrez, and he shoots, and it goes once again straight to the South Korean goalkeeper. So once again, South Korea are in possession. And then the long shot from the goalkeeper goes to Talarangel. Then he passes to Edson Alvarez. Eric Lira from Jesus Gallardo. Brian Gutierrez. Edson Alvarez. Johan Vasquez. Then he passes it back to their goalkeeper, Talarangel. So to be exact, right now it's the 7th minute. And then he passes the ball to a South Korean, but then Johan Vasquez clears the ball and gives it once again to a South Korean. So now South Korea are back in possession. Kim and Jai. I'm sorry once again if I mispronounced any of the names. And then with the long ball to a Korean, but the ball goes out of bounds on him, so goal kick for Mexico. And he does a long shot and then gives it to Brian Gutierrez, Julian Quiñones, Brian Gutierrez, Roberto Alvarado with a cross, but then it's rejected by the Koreans. And then Mexico are putting pressure on the Koreans, but they don't fall for the pressure. And now South Korea are back in possession. And a good ball to a South Korean. And a good ball to a South Korean to Huming Sun. And Talarangel gets to the ball first. So now, so now Mexico are back in possession. It's an Al- it's an Alvarez who was being pressured, so kicked the ball quickly, and the ball goes to the South Korean goalkeeper. So now the Koreans are back in possession, but the ball went out of bounds on them, so throw in for Mexico. Well, no, I'm sorry, it's vice versa. Then they steal the ball. Jorge Sanchez, Edson Alvarez, Johan Vasquez, Jesus Gallardo, Julian Quiñones. Johan Vasquez, Edson Alvarez, Brian Gutierrez, Dala Rangel, Jesus Gallardo. And the ball goes to a South Korean. Then they pass it to their goalkeeper. So now South Korea are back in possession. And then the ball is intercepted by E- Eric Lira, but then it goes back to a South Korean. But then Mexico steal the ball back. Jesus Gallardo, Julian Quiñones, Edson Alvarez, Eric Lira, Edson Alvarez, Johan Vasquez, Jesus Gallardo, Luis Romo, and then he gives the ball to a South Korean. But then they give the ball back to Mexico. Eric Lira, Edson Alvarez, Johan Vasquez, Edson Alvarez, Roberto Alvarado, Edson Alvarez, Brian Gutierrez, Johan Vasquez, Jesus Gallardo, Johan Vasquez, Edson Alvarez, Jorge Sanchez, Edson Alvarez, Johan Vasquez, Jesus Gallardo. With the kind of long ball trying to go to Raul Jimenez, but then the South Koreans give the ball back to Mexico. And now Jorge Sanchez on a counterattack, but then a South Korean intercepts the ball, but then they give it back to Mexico. Johan Vasquez, Edson Alvarez, Johan Vasquez, Edson Alvarez. Then the ball given to Raul Jimenez, but he froze, but this ain't no foul. But then now they gave a foul to Mexico, I believe. Once again, guys, if y'all are just coming in, welcome and share this live stream with your friends. Oh, and South Korea but was about to score, but because of a last second bicycle save by a Mexican defender, that ball that did not go in. But was it offside? It possibly was offside. I'm not sure. By Edson Alvarez. Yeah, I think that Pole was offside. Luis Romo, Julian Quiñones, and then South Korea steal the ball and try to do a fast counterattack. But then they say, but then a player fell, and it looks like they maybe fouled him kind of badly, but the referee is saying no foul. Luis Romo, Edson Alvarez, Roberto Alvarado, Eric Lira, Then with a good ball to Jorge Sanchez, but then a South Korean get to it first, and well, maybe they didn't touch it, but I think it's goal kick for South Korea. Maybe it was offsides too, that play. And then a ball is and then a cross from South Korea is intercepted by Mexico. But then Luis Romo also intercepts a counterattack. So now Mexico are back in possession. Johan Vasquez, Julian Quinones, and I think it's now a foul for South Korea. No, well, that was kind of confusing. Maybe for Mexico it was, but Johan Vasquez, Talarangel, who does a long ball. But then that cross or that long ball is headed by a South Korean. And now South Korea are back in and now South Korea are back in possession. But then Edson Alvarez kicks a ball high or the ball high. And then Luis Romo gets to the ball, but then he couldn't really control it. So now South Korea are still in possession, but now Mexico have stolen the ball. Edson Alvarez, Jorge Sanchez, Roberto Alvarado with the good feint and a cross into the box, and the ball was about to go in, but the Korean goalkeeper got to the ball first. So now South Korea are back in possession, but just now Mexico have stolen possession. Johan Vasquez, Edson Alvarez, Jesus, I mean Jorge Sanchez, Edson Alvarez, Johan Vasquez, Jesus Gallardo, Johan Vasquez to Edson Alvarez, to Eric to Eric Lira, who makes the ball go out of bounds. So throw in for South Korea, I believe. Yeah, throw in for South Korea. Now the ball has gone out of bounds on South Korea, so throw in for Mexico. So the control of possession is Mexico with 56, South Korea with 37, and 7 in dispute. Once again, the control of possession is Mexico with 56, South Korea with 37 and 7 in dispute. And now the South Korean goalkeeper does a long ball. Johan Vasquez, Edson Alvarez, Jorge Sanchez, who was about to have a tackle, but then the South Korean missed. But now, but now Mexico are back in possession. Then to Bayern Gutierrez to Jorge Sanchez with a good ball, but the ball goes out of bounds. So goal kick for South Korea. But now it's time for a high. But now it's time. But now it's time for a hydration break. Now it's time for a hydration break. So I'll go get my water quickly. So don't leave. So yeah, guys. So if y'all did not know, these hydration breaks are 3 minutes, and now they are going back into the field to resume the match. So yeah, now goal kick for South Korea. And Jorge Sanchez tries to hit it, but maybe he does. So now it's throwing for South Korea. And they now have possession, but yeah, but the ball went out of bounds on them. So throwing for Mexico, I believe. We don't know. It was a throw in for South Korea again. I'm sorry for that. Eric Lira heads the ball to Jesus Gallardo, Johan Vasquez, Eric Lira, Edson Alvarez, Brian Guterres. Roberto Alvarado, who then gives the ball to South Korea. So now South Korea are in possession. And then with the good and then with a good pass to a South Korean, but Johan Vasquez was faster and got to the ball first. And now South Korea are in possession, but they've given the ball to Mexico. But they've given the ball to Mexico, so now they are in possession. And then Talarangel has to step up and do a long ball, which makes the ball go out of bounds. So throw in for South Korea. And they do a long ball which goes to Talarangel, and he gives it to Edson Alvarez. Roberto Alvarado, Edson Alvarez, Jesús Gallardo, Roberto Alvarado, Eric Lira. And then they give the ball all the way to Mexico. No, I'm sorry, to South Korea with a good ball into the box for them, but then the ball is intercepted. And I think that the play was offsides, so goal kick for Mexico. So to be exact, right now it's the 29th minute. Brian Guterres, Johan Vasquez, Edson Alvarez, and then with a pretty good cross to or long ball to Raul Jimenez, Roberto Alvarado, Julian Quiñones, Luis Romo, Jesus Gallardo with a cross into the box, but then just barely can Raul Jimenez hit it and get to it. Roberto Alvarado, Brian Guterres, Johan Vasquez, Edson Alvarez, Jorge Sanchez, Edson Alvarez, Johan Vasquez, Talarangel, who does a long ball and it goes to Roberto Alvarado, but then I believe now it's a foul and free kick for South Korea. So now they are in possession. And then with a good ball to a South Korean, but then Talarangel goes up and stops the South Korean attack. And once again, wow, South Korea are doing a lot of offsides. So goal kick for Mexico. Edson Alvarez, Eric Lira, Roberto Alvarado, Luis Romo. Then with a good ball to Brian Gutierrez, it went, but then it went first to the South Korean goalkeeper. So now they are in possession. And the long shot from the goalkeeper goes to a Mexican defender. Luis Romo to Brian Gutierrez, Edson Alvarez, Roberto Alvarado. Then with a good cross that was about to go or pass to Raul Jimenez, but it was intercepted by a South Korean. And Mexico are applying pressure to South Korea to hopefully find them by surprise and do a fast counter attack. But Mexico, but Me, but Me, Johan Vasquez, Luis Romo, Jesus Gallardo, Johan Vasquez, Edson Alvarez, Luis Romo, Ed, Edson Alvarez, with with a pass to Brian Gutierrez, who then gives it to Luis Romo, Julian Quiñones, Luis Romo, Johan Vasquez, Edson Alvarez, who then does a good shot or a good pass to Julian Quiñones, but the ball goes to the South Korean goalkeeper. I forgot to change this. I'm sorry, guys. Roberto Alvarado, Edson Alvarez, Johan Vasquez, Edson Alvarez. Then to Brian Gutierrez, then who then does a long ball, but then Julian Quiñones cannot get to it. So it goes to the South Korean goalkeeper. So now South Korea are in possession. Huang, Kang and Lee, Kang and Lee. I'm sorry once again if I mispronounced any of the names. And a South Korean defender passes the ball to their goalkeeper. And, and Mexico committed a foul on Huming Sun. Yeah, and as always, which to me it's kind of funny that Javier Aguirre, Mexico's coach, can sometimes get like angry and just talk. South Korea are in possession. South Korea are in possession. Kang and Lee. And then with the pass to a South Korean, to which Edson Alvarez that tackles, he tackles the ball and makes it go out of bounds. So throw in for South Korea. So now South Korea are back in possession. Kang and Lee, Huang, and then a pass to Huming Sun. It goes out of bounds. So throw in for Mexico. And then South Korea have stolen possession and they try to shoot, but the ball goes wide. So goal kick for Mexico with Tala Rangel. And he does a long shot who then goes back to a South Korean player. So now South Korea are back in possession. And it was a pretty good ball to a South Korea, and then it was a pretty good pass to a South Korean. But then a Mexican defender makes the ball go out of bounds. So throw in for South Korea. So the statistics or that Mexico have three shots. Well, I just have to liquid a little for this. So the statistics is that Me- is that Mexico has they have three shots, while South Korea only has one. But but Mexico only have one on one on target, and South Korea have none on target. South Korea are in possession. Kang in Lee, and then with the pass, but then it goes to Dala Ranhen. So now Mexico are back in possession. Edson Alvarez. So the possession for the last 10 minutes is this. Once again, the possession from the last 10 minutes is this. Me- Mexico with 44, South Korea with 50 and 6 in dispute. And Jorge Sanchez from Mexico has committed a foul, and the referee goes to Javier Aguirre to tell him something. South Korea are in possession. And a good ball to a South Korean, but he misses the ball. And the ball goes out of bounds on a South Korean. So goal kick for Mexico. So they are going to add 4 minutes to this first half. And the ball goes out of bounds on South Korea. So throw in for Mexico. Johan Vasquez, Edson Alvarez, Jorge Sanchez, Edson Alvarez, Luis Romo, Edson Alvarez. And then the ball goes to the South Korean goalkeeper, and he passes it to one of their players. So now South Korea are back in possession. And now Mexico stole the ball, but then South Korea get it right back. So now they are back in possession. And with a and with a pass which a South Korean heads out. So throw in for Mexico. Johan Vasquez, Edson Alvarez, Luis Romo, Tala Rangel, and and the ball goes out of bounds on a South Korean. So throw in for for Mexico. In these last few seconds of this first half, Eric Lira. Then they give the ball back to South Korea. And it's the end of the first half. So as of now of halftime, there is no goals. So it's 0-0. So I'm just going to drink some water, then I'll tell you guys some things. So so yeah, guys. So if y'all have not watched a previous live stream of mine, right now at halftime, I am going to sing a halftime song. And then afterward, I'll do some trivia. I think that for halftime, I'll just do two. But right now, I am going to sit down and try to find the song that I am going to sing. So just give me a second. So yeah, guys. So just bear with me. But once again, if y'all are just coming in, welcome and comment down below. What's your prediction for this match? And share this live stream with your friends. So this song is called One Dream. One Dream. So if they don't show any statistics, then I'm just going to start singing. I think they won't, so now I'll start to sing. The world is watching, the light shines bright. One trophy, one chance, one endless fight. Heroes will rise, legends will fall. Who will stand when seeing it all? In the land of Zomba, the dream's alive. Neymar's ready, can he thrive? Vinicius Rodrigo dancing free. Brazil bring back the legacy. Mbappe runs like a storm unleashed. A golden crown is within his reach. France remembers the past is near. Will he be the king this year? The world is watching. History's changing. One shot, one game, the throne is waiting. Heroes are written, legends will rise. Who will stand under the golden skies? One last dance, the final stage. Cristiano fights to turn the page. The kingdom built, the legend stands. Can he leave the game with gold in his hands? La Lamin rises the prodigy cause. From Euros to World Cups, he conquers all. Spain's young star, the chosen one, will he shine brighter than the sun? The world is watching, history's changing. One shot, one game, the throne is waiting. Heroes are written, legends will rise. Who will stand under the golden skies? Messi's dream, he lived it once, but can he carry the weight at once? One more run, one more fight, can he end the gold debate tonight? Bethlehem's fire, a lion's pride, England marches side by side. They say it's coming home once more, will they claim what they lost before? The world is watching. History's changing. One shot, one game, the throne is waiting. Heroes are written, legends will rise. Who will stand under the golden skies? Oh, the flags wave high. One more goal, one last try. Oh, fate is near. Will you rise or disappear? The world is watching. History's changing. One shot, one game, the throne is waiting. Heroes are written. Legends will rise. Who will stand under the golden skies? One dream, one game, one endless fight. The world will never forget this night. So, yeah, guys. So now let's do two trivia questions. So the first question, these two nations, which is Mexico and South Korea, share a famous brotherhood bond that started at the 2018 World Cup. World Cup. South Korea pulled off a shocking 2-0 upset against which reigning powerhouse unintentionally save save Mexico from group stage elimination. I'll give you guys one minute to answer that question and to comment down below your answer. Okay, guys, I'm sorry if y'all heard some music accidentally. But the answer is Germany, in which South Korea sets off. Well, I think rather it was Mexican fans that set off massive celeb set off massive celebrations in Mexico City, where fans chanted Coreano, hermano, ya eres mexicano. Coreano, hermano, ya eres mexicano. Coreano, hermano, ya eres mexicano. I think it was like that or something like that. And now the second question. South Korean icon Sun Heung-min, Sun, Sun. Okay, I'm sorry about this, guys. It's just that I've been having a headache, but bear with me. So, South Korean, South Korean icon Sun Heung-min enters this tournament with 56 international goals. He needs just two more goals to tie which legendary forward as South Korea's all-time leading top scorer. Once again, I'll give you guys 1 minute to answer that question and to comment down below your answer. Unless the match starts, then I'll just answer it either at the next high. Then I'll just answer it at the next hydration break or at the end of the match. Yeah, and like I said in the other match, but now they are showing the countdown until the second half starts, and it showed like 1 minute and 22 seconds. And the answer is Cha Boom Kun, who holds the record at 58 goals. So I'm just now going to say it down until the second half starts. Oh, and it's about to start right now, just as I said that. Come on, Mexico. I know that y'all can win this match. Vamos, México, sé de que sí van a poder ganar este partido. Right now, South Korea are in possession. Then they passed it to their goalkeeper, then back to a player. So the lineup of Mexico is 4-1-2-3. So the goalkeeper is Rangel with Gallardo, Vasquez, Alvarez, Sanchez, Lira, Romo, Guterres, Quiñones, Jimenez, and Alvarado. And now Mexico are in possession. South Korea's lineup is a 3-4-3 with their goalkeeper being Suing Yu. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Gik Yuk Gik Yuk Min Jae Han Byom Young Woo In Byom Seung Ho Moon Hwan Jae Sung Hyung Min and Kang In. And now Jesus Gallardo with a shot, but then he shoots it out wide. So goal kick for South Korea. And now Mexico have stolen the ball back. Then a pass to Julian Quinones, but the ball goes out of bounds. So throw in for South Korea. Lira Quinones with a cross into the box, but then that's rejected by a South Korean defender, and the ball goes in from the hands of the goalkeeper. So now Mexico have scored. Yes, 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 yes. Or was this a own goal? I'm not sure. Oh no, that was by Luis Romo, who the South Korean goalkeeper has the ball, but then let's say go basically in front of Luis Romo, and then the goalkeeper is like up front from his goal, so he went out from his goal, and that's how the goal happened. So now the goals are from Mexico by Romo at the 50th minute. Once again, throw in for Mexico. Lira. Then with the good ball to Brian Gutierrez. Then to Roberto Alvarado. But then I think it was a foul on a South Korean. So free kick for South Korea by the goalkeeper. Now South Korea are in possession. Kim Min Jai. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that name or any other name previously. And then with the ball from a South Korean that goes to Dala Ranhel. So now Mexico are in possession. And Raul Jimenez heads the ball out, so throw in for South Korea. And the commentators have been saying that at least from what I understand is that Mexico will do three subs, although they are not right there. So I'm not sure if that will happen. The ball went out of bounds on a on a Mexican, so throw in for South Korea. Well, it may actually be South Korea who is doing the subs because that's what I just heard from the commentators. And then Lira steals the ball for Mexico. Then Luis Romo, and then South Korea with the ball in the box, but they do not have a chance to shoot. And a Mexican, the defender makes the ball go out of bounds. So throw in for South Korea. Raul Jimenez. But then the ball is tackled and goes to South Korea. Then they pass it to their goalkeeper who does a long ball. But so once again, the goals are from are from Mexico by Romo at the 50th minute. And now a foul on South Korea. So free kick for them. Or well, maybe it was offsides. But either way, ball for South Korea. And now I think it was a foul on a South Korean. So free kick for South Korea. And now the subs for South Korea also. So the people who are going out are so for South Korea, the people who are going out are Jae Sung and Hyun Min, and the people who are going in are and the people who are going in are Hee Chan and Hee Young Yu. So now South Korea have three subs that they can use. And a yellow card for a South Korean for injuring Brian Guterres. And the South Korean who got that yellow card is, let's see, Pike Seung Ho. So free kick for Mexico. Oh, and right now they are showing Canelo once again at the match because I do remember that he was there also in the opener. Dalai Rangel taking the free kick. Edson Alvarez heads the ball but gives it to South Korea. So now they are in possession. So to be exact, Right now, it's the 59th minute. Kim in Kim in Jai. King Min Jai. Once again, I'm sorry if I mispronounced any of the names. And the South Korean player passes it back to the goalkeeper, then to a player. And then they pass it once again to their goalkeeper, who now does a long ball. And I think like foul for South Korea or something like that. But but now they are back in possession. And that South Korean play was offsides. So goal kick slash free kick for Mexico. So once again, if you are just joining, welcome and comment down below. What's your prediction for this match? And share this live stream with your friends. Now South Korea are in possession. Kim In Jai. Kim In Jai. And the ball goes out of bounds on South Korea. So throw in for Mexico. And Jesus Gallardo will be taking it. And a Mexican has been fouled, so free kick for Mexico. Edson Alvarez, Luis Romo, Edson Alvarez, Johan Vasquez, Jorge Sanchez, Jesus Gallardo, And then the ball is intercepted by a South Korean, but I think the ball went out of bounds before that. So throw in for Mexico. Lira, Gallardo, Alvarez, Sanchez, and the ball goes out of bounds on South Korea. So once again, throw in for Mexico. Edson Alvarez. And once again, the goals are from Mexico, from Romo at the 50th minute. And the ball went out of bounds on Mexico. So throw in for South Korea. And now Mexico have stolen possession and does a good pass from Quinones, but then it's intercepted, and then Johan Vasquez, Sanchez, Vasquez, Alvarez, Gallardo, Rangel, and now and now and now Mexico and now Mexico have given the ball to South Korea. And with a cross into the box, but it's rejected. But they still have the ball. Then Jesus Gallardo tackles the ball out of bounds. So throw in for South Korea. And now for the hydration break. And now for the hydration break. So yeah, guys. So if y'all did, if y'all did not know, these hydration breaks are 3 minutes. So meanwhile, I'll just sit down. And now the match will resume. So now subs for M- Mexico. So the people who are going out for Mexico are Brian Gutierrez and Luis Romo, and the people who are going in is Pineda and Vargas. So once again, for Mexico, the people who are going out are Gu, Gu, they are Gutierrez and Romo. So once again, the people from Mexico that are going out is Gu, they are Gu, Gutierrez and Romo, and the people who are going in are they are Pineda and Vargas. So now, so now, Mexico they have three more subs that they can use. And also now subs for South Korea. The people from South Korea that will go out are so the people from South Korea that are going out are Moon Hwan and Young Woo, and the people who are going in are Hyunjun and Ji-sung. So now South Korea have one sub that they can use. And possibly a foul was committed on a South Korean, but I'm not sure if it's free kick for them. Gallardo, and he falls, but no foul. So South Korea steal the ball, but then Edson Alvarez gives the ball to Obed Vargas. Edson Alvarez, Obed Vargas, Johan Vasquez, Jesús Gallardo, Julián Quiñones, Jesús Gallardo, Obed Vargas, Julián Quiñones, Obed Vargas. Then to Julián Quiñones but then the ball is too long. The ball is too long for him, so he cannot get to it. So goal kick for South Korea. And then with a good ball to it. But then the South Korean goalkeeper does a tremendous save to the shot of Raul Jimenez. But then there's a foul on a South Korean, so free kick for South Korea. South Korea are in possession. So once again, the goals are from Mexico by Romo at the 50th minute. And the shots from a Mexican, and I think it was offside. Yeah, I think Jesus Gallardo was offside. Wait, no. This was the opposite. I'm sorry, guys. I think that the South Korean was offside, and it was them, South Korea, that was about to score, but because of the miss, that's why they did not score. But it was also offside, just as I said. So, so once again, probably the last sub for South Korea. So for South Korea, the person who is going out is Seung Ho, and the person that is going in is Gueson. So now now South Korea have used all of their subs. And then with a counter attack of Mexico, well, no, I'm sorry, of South Korea. And then they shoot, but the shot goes out wide and above the goal. So goal kick for Mexico. And now also a other sub from from Mexico, but a goal kick from Talarangel. And South Korea gets the ball back, so now they are in possession. And then a Mexican gets the ball, Jorge Sanchez, Johan Vasquez. So the statistics is that Mexico has 7 shots, while South Korea have 4. But Mexico have only 3 on target, while South Korea have none on target. So once again, the statistics is that Mexico have 7 shots, while South Korea has 4. But Mexico have three on target, and South Korea none. So now the sub for Mexico. So the people who are going out are, okay, so for Mexico, the people who will go out is Raúl Jiménez and Roberto Alvarado. And the people who will go in are Santi Jiménez and Israel Reyes. So now Mexico have one more sub that they can use. So the ball went out of bounds for Mexico. So throw in for South Korea. So now they are in possession. So to be exact, is it's the 82nd minute. And then with the ball to Santi Jimenez, Edson Alvarez, Jorge Sanchez, Edson Alvarez, Tala Rangel, and the ball goes out of bounds on I'm not see. I think on South Korea, so throw in for Mexico. So now more subs from Mexico. So the person who will go out is Julian Quiñones and Chino Vuelta will go in. So once again, for Mexico, the person who will go out is Julian Quiñones, and the person who will go in is Cesar, Cesar or Chino Vuelta. So now, so now Mexico have uh, they have also used all of their subs. Talarangel with a, well, I would say tall ball, but it's just like long, but like up. And then with a shot and a tremendous save from the South Korean goalkeeper. So now South Korea are back in possession. And I think that the Mexican that shot it was Obed Vargas. And yeah, the commentators are saying that he is doing good. And I mean, yeah, especially for a sub. So once again, the goals are from Mexico from Romo at the 50th minute. And with a cross into the box, but and a whole lot has happened, but I think that the ball was about to go in and Talaran Hill went off his goal. But I think that he ultimately blocked it and has the ball. But what has happened to run Hill? Yeah, he's taking a a pretty hard hit, but I think he's on right now, which is good. A long ball or a long shot from Talaran Hill, which then goes to the South Korean goalkeeper. So now they are in possession. So now South Korea are in possession. And the ball goes out of bounds on South Korea. So throw in for Mexico. Santi Jimenez. And the ball goes out of bounds on Mexico, I believe. So throw in for South Korea. And then Edson with the ball, and I think that they fouled him. So free kick for Mexico. So to be exact, right now it's the 89th minute, and just now the the 90th minute. And some good things from Obed Vargas and Cesar Chino Vuelta. But the ball goes out of bounds on them. So throw in for South Korea. And they are going to add 6 minutes to this second half. And now South Korea have stolen the ball. And they are trying to do a fast counterattack in which they hope to equalize, but the ball goes out wide. So goal kick for no, I'm sorry. It was it probably deflected from a Mexican defender, so corner for South Korea. And the shot goes out wide. So goal kick for South. No, I'm sorry. So goal kick for Mexico. And now South Korea have recovered possession. And with a pretty good ball to South Korean, but then the Mexican defenders stole possession, but then now South Korea stole it back. So now they are in possession. Kim In Jai. And the cross and the cross into the box. And I think that the ball goes out of bounds by a Mexican defender. Yeah. So once again, corner for South Korea. Kang In Lee will take the corner for South Korea. And pa- and the shot is rejected. And Johan Vasquez makes the ball go out of bounds. So throw in for Mexico. Then they pass it to the goalkeeper and he does a long shot. And he does a long shot. and a good pass to South Korean, but as always, the Mexicans are pressuring South Korea, and the ball went out of bounds on a Mexican, so throw in for South Korea, in which they desperately want a goal, so they are throwing it into the box, but the pass is rejected, but they still have possession. And then Obed Vargas goes fast, but then the South Korean goalkeeper goes to it. But I think this play was offsides or something like that. And the match has ended. And so Me- Mexico right now are on top of the group. So they are likely to be the winners of the group. So once again, and for the last time for this match, the goals are from Mexico by by so once again for the last time for this match, the goals are from Mexico by Romo at the 50th minute. So yeah, guys. So as I said, Mexico are probably going to top the group. I think as long as they draw or win. But yeah, but by how disappointing they have been, KZH, they will probably not win this match. But yeah, guys, so I'm just going to drink some water, then I'll tell you guys some things. But because this is little, I'll go and get some real quick, but don't leave. Okay, guys. Yeah, guys. So this paper that I have, as I can see, I think, or maybe it's backward, but it says the Mexican national anthem. And yeah, this paper. I've been using it to sing the Mexico national anthem, just so that in case, like of today, that I have a headache, that I don't mess it up, the national anthem. But yeah, guys, as you can see down there, Me- Mexico have won this match 1-0. But also, yeah, they did win this game, but only because of a error, by the South Korean goalkeeper. And well, yeah. So what I think of Mexico is that they are a I think that I would say a pretty good team. Yeah, that they did not allow South Korea to score. But yeah. So, and yeah, if you are seeing the comments, yeah, as my brother said, because his prediction was 1-0 for this match, and he got it correct. But yeah, guys. So before I forget, as I said at the as I said at the beginning, I'll say my prediction. So I mean, although I did not get the exact score right, I did I did technically get correct how tight it would be, because my prediction was Mexico 3 and South Korea 2. Mexico 3, South Korea 2. Mex- Mexico 3, South Korea 2. Mexico 3, South Korea 2. So so yeah, guys. So now let's do the rest of the trivia. So the third question: co-host Mexico put on a clinical opening performance to beat South Africa 2-0. Can you name the two? Me, me, can can you name the two the two Mexican pool players who scored the goals? Once again, I'll give you guys 1 minute to answer that question and to comment down below your answer, or your answers in this case, since it's asking for two people. And the answers are and the answers are Julian Quiñones and Raúl Jiménez. Julian Quiñones and Raúl Jiménez. Julian Quiñones and Raúl Jiménez. So Julian Quiñones and Raúl Jiménez. So now to the last and fourth question. During South Korea's MatchDay 1 comeback win, which central midfield dynamo took over the game by scoring the stunning equalizer and assisting the 80th minute game winner. Once again, I'll give you guys like a minute to answer that question and to comment down below your answer. Hmm. Okay, so still one minute. And the answer is Huang in Billim. Huang in Billim. So I am sorry if I mispronounced it, but once again, the answer is Huang in Billim. So yeah, guys. So for tomorrow, I'll be once again doing three matches. So I'm just going to search them up real quick because I kind of forgot some of them. But I know that the first one will be at two at 2 p.m. CST, and it will be the USA versus Australia, and the second one will be Scotland versus Morocco at 5 p.m. CST. And the last one for tomorrow will be Brazil versus Haiti at 7:30 p.m. CST. So yeah, guys. So please pray that that spider that I saw on the paper, although it wasn't big, that it's gone. Is that and that it's not on my phone because kind of at the beginning of this match. I saw it just right behind my phone, so that it does not go to my phone. And also the RBI rights for all and for everyone, and for, I think it's called a sore, but it's something that I have in my mouth. Well, it's two, but yeah. So 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 police pray for all those things. May God bless you all, and hopefully I can see you guys in tomorrow's live streams. Bye.